First of all, thanks again for being here today with us. We have the pleasure to have Annalisa Tarquini because, well, as you know, probably already know, she's the program director of the Master in Luxury Management here at IUM. And she will explain you in details all the program, the structures, and then I will do a little introduction also for the admission process. Please feel free to collect your question, and at the end of the presentation, we will answer you any doubts you eventually have. So thank you again, Annalisa, for being with us. And the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Allora, welcome everybody. Thank you for being so numerous today with us. So the idea is to go through some slides and then to leave more space for a Q&A later on. So the
we do not see the presentation. I don't know if
okay,
you
attention. Oh no, I shared this. Oh, sorry,
it.
I lost this one. Allora, so can you hear me? And then you see the presentation?
We cannot see the presentation, but okay, right now we can see it as well.
Okay, good. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, there's my colleague talking next to me. I hope it is not too disturbing. Allora, so if you're here, it's because you have an interest in our specialization, in our program, and basically we have started this program 15 years ago in 2006, to be precise, and so we are considered the pioneer in this discipline. So the program, the Master of Science in Luxury Management here at IUM, is the oldest program at the master level. Why that? Because of course we have a very strong legitimacy from the territory. So Monaco is really at the crossroad of Italy and France, the two countries that gave birth to luxury back in the centuries. So we have this idea, and then since then the program has evolved, especially because companies are shaping our program. So we cannot exist without listening to what the market needs. So the program is designed around 4 main pillars. The first one, of course, is the theoretical framework, because this is a business school, but and so as such, we need to use the theories as the basic of our learning journey. But of course, we give quite enough importance to the real principles and the real dynamics of the market. So we are in continuous exchange with companies, with professionals working in the luxury industry to understand what is needed, what you may need to succeed later on in this industry. To do that, of course, we need to understand who are the luxury consumers. The luxury consumers are very specific, are very different, because they have their own, they appreciate things in a different way compared to the mass market. So luxury consumers is really one of the cornerstones of our program. Last but not least, the luxury codes. So what makes a product a luxury product or a luxury service? There is a difference, and based on this difference, companies are setting their own brand strategies. As soon as you will leave after the program, you will be able to join the industry, the sector you want, and so we will prepare you for this important step. Allora, okay, now I see. The program is 16 months, 10 months with us, and 6 months from June to later on, during which you will have to do or your internship or your thesis or other kind of projects. So if you are an entrepreneur, for example, you can develop your business plan. During the 10 months at IUM, you will have the first semester that goes from September to December, during which we are offering the um, the core courses. Actually, it's a kind of a fine tuning, I would say, because we have students coming from so many different nationalities, educational background, interest. So these 4 months are really important for us because you start knowing each other, and because you start getting the knowledge connected to the luxury business. But from January on, from January to June, this is when you will have just specialization courses. So it's a full immersion, 6 months of projects, classes, field trip, and many other non-curriculum activities that will help you to understand what the luxury business is about. Um, Here you see there are 3 different specializations. The specialization is not featuring your future career. As you can see here at the top, the Master of Science in Luxury Management is one diploma, is one program with these 3 different specializations. So do not be afraid of making a choice instead of another one. I have students who studied fashion, who are now working in yachting, who studied, I don't know, hospitality, now working in the car industry. So the diploma is this, it will be the same for all of you. It is just a way to express your appreciation for an industry instead of another one. Brand management is not a specialization per se. Brand management is a generic name, so we cannot offer a specialization for every kind of industry we have in the luxury sector. So it is a general specialization. Let's call it this way. What I suggest you is to um, trust what me or my colleagues during the interviews or later on when you will be here can share with you. So trust us because we know what. So starting from who you are, we will be able to guide you in the direction that can lead you to get the job of your dreams. Regarding some key points of our program. So on top of having these organizations, so this structure into different semesters, we have um, some key aspects, starting from the elective courses. The program is given, so the curriculum of the program is given. There is only one course that students can choose, that is in this moment of the year for next semester. So in this moment of the year, our students are choosing one of the specializations. So yachting, of course, we are the place to be if you're willing to work in this industry. We are the Monaco. No, wait. So Monaco is the worldwide capital of yachting, and the university has a very strong connections with the cluster and with the professionals working in this industry. We're working with the biggest association of shipyards and brokers. We are always present in the very important events during the year connected to this business. So if you have a passion for this fabulous but niche industry, so IUM is the place to come. Till now, we have more than 100 past students who are working in the yachting business, so that after this elective, this track, they managed to integrate this incredible sector. Regarding diamonds, this is a kind of preparation for the evaluation of precious stones, the appreciation of precious stones, not only from an emotional value, but also from an investment value. In this case, we're working with a person who belongs to a third generation of diamond traders and jewelry makers. He's based in Monaco, and this is a kind of initiation to a segment that still belongs to the very rich clients. This doesn't correspond, of course, to the GIA course, but I know that several students after this elective then decided to apply for the GIA program in London or in US. Regarding entrepreneurship, of course, entrepreneurship is part of the DNA the DNA of the of Monaco, but also IUM. So if you have an entrepreneurial mindset, if you have an entrepreneurial background, um, once again, this is a place to come. Monaco is actually is based on entrepreneurs coming and starting their own companies. So we give a full attention to this kind of possible career path. We are working with investors, with platforms where students can find investors. So there is an entire ecosystem that is in support of the next generation of entrepreneurs. Last but not least, fashion buying and merchandising. For my fashion lovers, this is a course that is super interesting because of fashion buying and merchandising are maybe the two most sought after positions from fashion brands because they are not just headquarter positions, but you can find in many places. And the entire fashion business actually is based on these two jobs. So for my fashion lovers, full recommendation to follow to take this course. On top of the electives, so this is the little cherry on the cake, I would say. We have developed since the creation of the program corporate relations because this is really the heart of what we do. Being a business school, our scope is to put you in contact with the professionals, with the real world. So through a highly diversified series of activities, we are able to help you in develop your own network via field trips with guest lectures of bringing professionals here at school or bringing you outside, local visits, the part challenge that is our business plan competition for entrepreneurs or intrapreneurs willing to work in luxury, or through towards the end, basically with consulting projects when usually a company comes and then assign a project to our students. Actually, my students are working as junior consultants, and sometimes the best performer is taken by the company. So this is why it's part of the corporate relations activities. Regarding corporate projects, every year we may have something completely new. We try to diversify. So we worked with yachting companies, with car companies such as Porsche, Hispano Suiza. I don't know if there are some Spanish with us today, or with we work with Fendi, with Burberry. So big hotels. So it depends on every year. We usually have 2 or 3 projects according to the kind of the size of the classes, or according to the project that we consider interesting for our students. Now, who are our students? At today, I have in class with me 97 students. In January, so from the 8th of January, we will be 120. So the biggest cohort, one of the biggest cohort we ever had. We have 32 different nationalities, and then there is a big gap between so between gender, but voila, this is just related to the program because at the school level we have a 50-50, I would say. So gender equality is really part of our institution. About the typical profile, we don't have a typical profile. I'm not looking for a stereotype. I'm looking for people who are passionate about the world of luxury, who are passionate about understanding who are the luxury consumers. So a person who is willing to work in this business. So I'm not training luxury consumers. So this is not my scope yet. So maybe in the future, but not for the moment. So if you're willing to become a luxury professional, coming from so many different, you see, countries with different backgrounds, I'm more than happy. There are two things that are very important: your motivation, your passion, and an interest in a specific field. So don't come here with a generic appreciation of luxury, because nowadays companies really know what they look for. So try to start developing a passion for the car industry, the fashion industry, the yachting industry, whatever you want. But develop this passion and become a specialist, a very knowledgeable young professional. Voila. Enrica, this is for you.
Yes, thank you very much, Annalisa. So here, briefly, I present you the admission process. So basically, you have a first step online where you can go through our website and upload the documents that you can see. There is the bottom apply online, and over there you have the list. So basically, we ask you a letter of motivation. There's no a specific format. It's usually about 1-page word letter of motivation. Then the transcripts of the university till today, meaning till the day you are doing the application, even if you didn't finish your bachelor program yet. The diploma, if you already have it, the CV, the passport photocopy, an ID picture, and the proof of English. Regarding the proof of English, I have a couple of important things to highlight, meaning that you can apply even if you do not have the proof of English yet, which is mandatory starting from the first day of class in September. And as certificates, we accept IELTS with a minimum grade of 6, TOEFL with a minimum grade of 79, and then the Cambridge with a minimum grade of C. If you are native English or your bachelor was fully taught in English, you do not need to bring any further certificate. After this step, we get back to you, me personally, we'll get back to you to schedule the interview, a motivational interview, which could be with Annalisa Tarquini or another professor of the luxury course. The motivational interview is not a technical interview. There are not business cases we ask you to work on, but as Annalisa already well explained, we during the interview, the idea, the goal, the aim is to understand who you are, the motivation you have to get into IUM, to come to Monaco, to work in the luxury field. If you have by chance any project in mind for your future as an entrepreneur, or any kind of information that really can help us understand who you are, the motivation you have, because we are looking for dynamic people interested into the luxury field. After this, there will be a jury, and we validate your admission. Basically, you can consider 2, maximum 3 weeks from the moment you finish your application online to the moment you receive your results. Obviously, right now there is Christmas time, so maybe the timing will be a little bit longer, but usually you can consider 2-3 weeks maximum. So I think that we presented you almost, I would say, everything related to the presentation. So please, this is the right moment to write any question you may have. I know with some of you, we are already in touch. With some others, you're new. So really feel free, any kind of question related to the program, related to the admission part, we will be more than happy to answer you.
Sorry, I have a question. I would like to know if there is anybody interested in the general intake. Who is the last second applicants?
Really last second. apparently
How many hours of
varies.
classes we'll have per week? So I found the very first question from Anne. So I repeat the question, how many hours of class we will have per week? There's no a regular number of a fixed number of hours. I would say that students are mine from Monday to Wednesday. Every day may have 4 slots because we have slots of 2 hours, starting from 8:30, and the last slot is at 5:30. So we finish the courses at 7:30 maximum. We try to keep the workload per week as low as possible or as good as possible. So we don't like having five full days of classes per week. So we try to balance. Every course is taught with a percentage of 20% of synchronous classes. So here at school, it may happen that we have 1 or 2 sessions online, but it may happen. It can happen when professors are coming from abroad, and then there is a 20% of asynchronous sessions. So it means that students have something to do at home. So with these characteristics, we are able to have a pretty balanced schedule. For sure, it may happen that some weeks are a bit more heavy than others because sometimes we have professors or professionals coming from other cities, so and they cannot come every day just for 2 hours. So it may happen that you will have a 4 sessions, so two back-to-back sessions with the same professor per day. But voila, this is more or less the schedule. Another thing that you need to consider is that not all courses have the same length. So you may have a course of 30 hours, a course of 18 hours, or a course of 50 hours. So it depends also on the nature of the topic.
Thank you, Annalisa. So if I can repeat the proof of English. So briefly, Cambridge C, IELTS 6, TOEFL 79. Great. Thank you, Elias, for the question. Julia, I am a Danish school. I'm in a Danish school, and when finished, it is 120 European credits. Is that correct? That is what I needed to enter for your courses beginning in September. No, actually 120 European credits, it's not enough, meaning that for September, we ask for a minimum of 180 European credits, which corresponds to, let's say, regular 3 years bachelor degree. So the minimum for September is 180 European credits. Then we have Mariam. I was wondering when is the last day we can send our application. So if you're talking about January, I would say tomorrow, today. You have 24 hours starting from now. If we're talking about September, let's say you have time, the sooner the better. But anyway, you have time because I'm saying the sooner the better because we are receiving already quite a lot of a good number of, applications, and after could be a little bit, let's say, more difficult to get in. But anyway, you have time. Let's say the May would be the best to, let's say, to avoid to go in June or later on, because you risk to have the sitting class.
So,
yes.
So I also would like to add one thing. It depends also on the nationality. Because if you're not a European citizen, according to your country, it may take quite a long time to get the visa to come to Monaco. So we always strongly advise non-European students to apply as soon as possible to have the time to find a place, to secure an address here in the Riviera, and then with this you can apply for the visa. So is sometimes it happens that students come, and then but when they are in rush, they come with a tourist visa, and then in the middle of the program they have to go back home. So the sooner the better.
Yeah, that's why. Here we have another question: when and where are the field trips to?
Okay, so this year we are going to the north of Italy, from in Lombardia, basically near Milan and the surroundings. Of course, Italy is one of the biggest luxury destinations, luxury countries, I would say, per se, because this area offers so many opportunities, not just in so Milan usually it's associated with fashion, but it is not just about this. It can be related to wines, can be related to the car industry. So we are considering, for example, to go spend one day in the Porsche Customer Experience Center that is in the Franciacorta, that is between Milan and Venice, to let you understand where we are. And then there is a bit of yachting, because on the Iseo Lake there is a little jewel on the lake that is called Sarnico. This is where the most beautiful tender, so the riva tender, are produced. So we do different things. Next year, I may change the destination, so it depends on the opportunities. Last year, for example, we went to Spain. So next year, maybe France. And usually this trip happens in February. It is 1 week. It is not mandatory, and the cost is not part of the tuition fees.
Thank you. Lorenzo asks, do we have to finish exams before September to apply for the first round? Yes, meaning that, I mean, you can apply already now, as we said. You do not have to, have your diploma in your hands yet. But for the first day of classes, you need to have all your exams well done, even if you didn't get your diploma, because we know that some universities give you the diploma in October or in November, but all the credits related to the exams needs to be, fully passed. And let's say that also the thesis should be already approved. So only the official moment of the graduation is missing. This is the idea. Then we have another question from Diane. Could you tell us what the piece of the course would be if we were on an apprenticeship, for example, 1 week in the classroom and 1 in the company? Unfortunately, no. We do not propose these
format.
Yeah, exactly, because you can think about the fact that this is a 16 months program and you have only 10 months in class. So it's already pretty dense, let's say. So we prefer to have you in class during these 10 months, and presence is mandatory. So unfortunately, you do not have this possibility. Julia, and you have to start. So what is the difference between beginning your course in September or in January? Okay, this is a good question. Thanks for it. So basically, let's say that the official program starts in September, meaning that this is the 16 months program, 10 months in classes and 6 months internship. January is the fast track program, meaning that who starts in January skips the classes from September to December, because we consider candidates already having all the knowledge regarding the fundamentals and the basis of business and management. This is why for January, we require a minimum higher number of credits. So instead of 180 European credits, we ask for 240 European credits. And we ask for an academic background already focused in business and management, meaning that some of your exams of the bachelor need to be, for example, macroeconomics, microeconomics, management, marketing, accounting, or finance. Saying that, we have many people who, even if they have the criteria to be eligible for January, they decided to join the program from September, because from September you can actually exploit all the different activities, courses we and the career department as well propose, and focusing really on the luxury field from day zero, let's say. So it is anyway a different choice you can have if you have the choice. Otherwise, you can apply for September only, because for September, we do not require any specific background in business and management already. Here we have a couple of questions. Could you precise the total cost of this program? You have all this information on the website page, but anyway, for September, we are about 28,000 euro. And I would like to know if I can apply now, if I do not already have my proof of English proficiency, and I will have the end of my Bachelor of Lux. As I was saying before, we accept all the applications, even if you do not have the proof of English yet. The proof of English is 100% mandatory, but from the first day of classes in September. So you can apply. We go all through the admission process, but then for the first day of class in September, you need to bring your certificate of English. You can anyway already apply. Well, this is the right moment. I mean, applications for September are already open online. We already have lots of candidates, as we were saying, so this is the good moment to do it. Do you have accommodation? Unfortunately, no, we do not have. Monaco is pretty tough from this point of view, but we have a student service, which is a department within the university dedicated to support and guide you through the research of an apartment. There is Ava, a colleague of us, who will give you, for example, names of landlords, agencies, platforms you can choose from. Then once you have been admitted, you will be part of the WhatsApp group with all the newcomers of fall 2024. This is another good platform for you to exchange all your information through newcomers. We have another question. Thank you. So it will be 10 months classes and 6 months in company. Exactly. This is the structure of the program if we're talking about September intake. For January intake, it would be 6 months in class and 6 months internship. Okay, so if you have any other question, yes, here we are, Aurora. Are there any type of scholarships available for students to apply? Yes. Basically, we propose as university a merit-based scholarship. You can apply for it once you have completed at least your first step of application online, asking it to the admission manager you are in contact with for the luxury program in the Master in Luxury Management, me. I will send you the application form for the scholarship. And please consider this is not a full scholarship, meaning that the maximum we can give is between the 10 and the 15% of the tuition fee. So this is merit-based, meaning that it will be a jury for evaluating all the application form we receive, and we will get back to you with a feedback. Any other question? Maybe regarding the track could be interesting, Annalisa. I think understand if students, because sometimes I have this question, if they can select more than one elective and No. So the answer is that you can choose one elective only. And if they can choose any elective, no matter which the specialization.
No, the electives are connected to the specialization. So if you are interested in fashion, for example, there's no point that you take a yachting elective.
Okay,
I
great.
think makes
So
sense. So
yeah,
like if you're studying hospitality, there's no point that you may be interested in fashion. So this is why we are trying, there's a combination, let's put it in this way. But so this is something that we usually explain in details as soon as the students come here. But once again, the specialization and then the elective will not feature your future career. This is not absolutely the case. This is why I mentioned before, start with what you like. Start from previous experiences. So most of the cases, our students, so we have 23, 24 average age. And so you're pretty young, so you don't have a huge professional experience to put on your CV. So this is why any choice can show a certain consistency, a certain career path, career come si dice, career goal. So this is why try to follow us. So we listen to you, of course, because you know who you are. But sometimes we can give you good suggestions. So that's it.
yeah. Basically, also because probably we do not underline a lot these specific elements, but we are a small school, we are a small university, and we keep dimension of the classes small. Even if the program is growing, anyway, we split students in classes, in different classes, meaning that you can really exploit actually the fact that professors know you. So you can really build up a great relation with them, with the career department as well, with other students, meaning that the fact of being small size, it's a great advantage from any point of view, from an academic point of view and a career point of view as well. So the networking side, which is extremely important, and it's something you have to invest on, in our opinion. So we really invite you to do it through all the year. The career department as well. You will see if you join us, starting from September, they propose a lot of different activities, seminars, speeches, any kind of things to really make you, in the best position possible, put you in the best position possible for finding the best job position as well. Here we have another question from Diane. I'm interested by the yachting elective because I'm already working in a company that sells yachts. I was curious to know if you have partners who would be interested in having an apprentice for the master.
We don't, as we mentioned before, we don't have the apprenticeship opportunity. So students come here to study, to spend 10 months with us, 10 very intense months with us. So very rarely students are able to work on the side. So if you're already working, you need to or quit the job, or you can keep it for you, but actually it's on you, because actually the attendance is mandatory, and then especially for the exams, it will be very important that you follow our calendar. So this is how it works.
For sure, you can actually, Diana, during the internship opportunities, we have a great networking of companies working in the yachting field. So that would be the right moment for you to exploit it. during the 10 months in classes, it's better to focus
Unfortunately, it's not possible.
than
Yeah.
actually
Yes.
lesson. Yeah. Okay, I think that we do not have any question anymore. So thank you very much to everybody. Thank you, Annalisa, for your time.
Pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. And if you need any other, I mean, if you would like any other clarification, please feel free to write to the email address you see right now, admissions Monaco Edu. Or you have also my contacts as well on the website. Feel free to write me anytime. You can also book a slot on Teams to have a dedicated call together. Thank you very much to everybody. Thank you, Annalisa, and have a great day to all of you.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.
Yes. Happy holidays, everybody. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.